Hey everyone, happy Thursday, happy holidays. It is 5:10. I'm running a little bit late. I apologize. It's been a really crazy busy day, but we are on, we are live, and it's happy hour time. I'm having a drink. What's up, Laura? How are you? Let me know where you're joining from. I'm going to be answering a couple of questions people have posted. Anthony, what's going on? You guys are realtors. Where are you guys working from? Let me know. I'm here in Beverly Hills. That's the area I work in. I live in Marina Del Rey. But let me know where you guys are coming from. What part of United States you guys are tuning in from? How long you've been in the market? I would like to know. I'm going to be answering a couple questions that people have posted. So I'm going to just get right into it. And if you guys have any questions, just chime in. It is Thursday at 5 o'clock here in California. I'm having a tequila. So if you guys are at home, if it's East Coast, if it's 8 o'clock in the East Coast or 7 o'clock Central Standard, what's up? Got a lot of people here, a lot of real estate agents. Love that. Again, if you guys are watching, let me know where you guys are coming from. What's up? Moise? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I'm sure you've had that problem before. Or maybe I just don't know how to say it. Sasha from Washington. Is that Washington? You got South Florida, East Boca, Keller Williams. Nice. That's awesome. I love Florida. I got a friend in Jupiter. I got a friend in West Palm. Got some family in Fort Lauderdale, in Miami. I'm Colombian, so there's a lot of Colombians out there in South Florida. In Vegas, nice. How is Vegas? I haven't been there in a long time. That used to be my spot when I was single. Fun time to be at. What's up, Jenny? Jenny's a local agent here in Beverly Hills. She's a superstar agent in Beverly Hills. What's up, Jenny? All right, guys. Send some nice referrals. I will, absolutely. Send me a message on IG, and I'll put you on my referral list for Boca. What's up, Jenny? How are ya? All right, guys, I'm going to answer some questions. I'm having a tequila. Happy Thursday. I'm excited. I'm taking tomorrow off, or half off. I'm going to be headed to Lake Havasu to hang out with the family. We're taking my boat out on the lake. I'll send some content from there as well. I've never been there in December. I usually go during the summertime. So it'll be interesting to see how boating is in 60-degree weather in the desert. But I love going to Lake Havasu. It's so beautiful. If you guys have ever been there, it's almost like Lake Powell, right? It's like 2 hours away or 3 hours away from Lake Powell, so it's kind of similar. What's up, D Farrell 89? All right, guys, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to start right now. All right, here we go. So one question I got was, should I list my home now? I've heard the market is slow during the holidays. Well, I don't recommend listing your house in between Thanksgiving and New Year's. I think that's not the best time to list your house. As you guys know, as realtors, the longer your house sits on the market, the less it's worth. So if you got a house that's been on the market for 300 days, then there's something wrong with it, right? There's, it's either priced too high or the house has some really big issues with it, right? So anything over like 6 months nowadays is considered a long time. Unless the client has to sell right away and they have to put it on the market, I always suggest, hey, just wait until January, second week of January, or first, or like end of first week, beginning of second week. That's when I like to put my new listings on the market, just because everybody's kind of back in town. We're in an interesting time right now with COVID, so I don't know what people are going to be doing in terms of traveling. But here in Los Angeles during the holidays, it's dead. People are out of town. They're back home, East Coast. They're back with their families, and they're not here in LA. So there's very little traffic. It's super quiet. It's actually really nice to be here in LA during the holidays because it's, the streets are empty. It's just calm. It feels so relaxing. Because if you guys are from LA, you would know that it's just crazy here all the time. There's people everywhere. There's cars everywhere, and that's great. But it's also nice to have a little bit of calmness and less people around. So I'm not sure again how that's going to affect travel during during the holidays. But the reason why I wait until mid-January is because people here in LA are usually traveling. They go to Europe, they go to Asia, they go somewhere else, during the holidays, and they're usually back at the end of the first week of January. And then if they're looking to buy, they're looking to buy mid to late January, right? That's when they kind of restart their search. If they're looking the year before, or if they're new to the market and looking, that's when they usually start. So I don't like to waste time on the market. Again, adding the days on market on your property isn't good, because in the eyes of the buyer, they're going to say, what's going on with that house? Or why is it sitting on the market? So anyway, that's my strategy. Let's see here. Oh, one other thing is, this is strong tequila, straight tequila. Happy Thursday. One other thing I wanted to mention, one of my clients who already moved out of her place and it's vacant, we have it staged. Oh, Rancho Cucamonga. I went to Rancho High School. When did you, my first job as a realtor was in Rancho Cucamonga off of Haven and Foothill. Small world. Lauren Zocata, how are you? Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I used to work in Rancho Cucamonga for the first 3 years of my career, from 06 to 09, and then I moved to Beverly Hills. And I've been selling real estate here in Beverly Hills since 2009. Anyway, so going back to the first question about putting the house on the market during the holidays, I think that's a bad idea unless they have to sell right away. Another thing was, one of my clients asked me, hey, should we take the house off the market and relaunch it in January? I said, no, leave it on the market. And the reason why is because she's not living there. It's vacant. She already bought something else. She moved and it's staged, right? So there's no reason why we should take it off the market, because we're still getting showing requests. And it's actually quite busy. Usually during this time it gets a little slower, but almost all my listings, we've been getting very, very solid amount of activity on it and showings. Ask Hi, what's up? Let me know where you guys are coming from. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Paul Salazar. I've been selling real estate for 14 years, since 2006. And I sell real estate here in Los Angeles in the Beverly Hills area. And I'm just here to provide value for buyers, sellers, agents, anybody. If you're looking to break into a luxury market and you're not from a luxury market, you can ask me, because I was never raised in a luxury market. I moved here from the suburbs, over an hour away, and I cracked into the market, and I'm selling multi-million-dollar properties. There's no special sauce for it. You just have to, I did it a more maybe old school way, where I basically started working as an assistant under somebody for many years, and then I kind of finally went on my own to work for myself. So that's how I did it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. All right, there's another question here. I'm an agent and I'm working on goal setting for next year. Do you have any tips or strategies? So I just finished my business plan for next year. Hey, I've been selling real estate it's awesome. In Virginia, what's up? How's the market in Virginia? I'm sure it's on fire like it is everywhere else, right? And what part of Virginia are you from? I would like to know. All right, so I'm an agent and I'm working on goal setting for next year. Do you have any tips or strategies? So as of last year, was my first year doing a business plan. I know that's crazy to hear. I think I did it back when I first started real estate, and I just never followed through with it. The new home selling in, I'm not sure what that says. Stefano, what's going on? How are you? So last year was my first year doing a business plan. I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but it's the truth. I didn't, I was kind of just going through the motions for so many years, and I was making decent money, but I wasn't making really good money, to a point where I can really afford the lifestyle that I really want. So last year, my business coach gave me a really good business plan template. And if you guys want that template, let me know, because I'm more than happy to share it with you. It's an Excel file, and it's broken down into different sheets. It's got a contact tracker on there, so you can put how many contacts and conversations you've had. And it's got a really detailed business plan. it breaks everything down, right? So it's really important to plan out your year. It's like anything else in life. If you want to lose weight, you need to plan it out, right? You have to eat right. You have to plan out your meals. You have to plan out your workouts, all that stuff. Yes, I will share it with you. Why don't you send me a DM to this with your email, and I'll email you the business plan Excel file. No problem. Market is good. Hampton Roads, Coastal Virginia. Nice. I've never been there. I've been to Virginia a couple of times, but I've never been to Hampton Roads and Coastal Virginia. Let's see here. We got other people tuning in. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, I'm Paul Salazar. I work here in Beverly Hills at Hilton and Hyland. We are a boutique real estate firm. And today, we just announced that we're going to be partnering up with Forbes Properties, Forbes Global Properties. So we're the first and founding affiliate of Forbes Global Properties. It's pretty exciting. I just heard about it yesterday. As you guys know of Christie's and Luxury Portfolio, there's a lot of different affiliates, right? So the owner of my brokerage, Jeff Hyland, he actually founded Christie's Great Estates. And then after several years, I think as of like 2 years ago, we dropped the Christie's affiliate here in Beverly Hills. And in the meantime, he's been working on getting a new affiliation underway. And so he is the founder, and we are the first affiliate of Forbes Global Properties. So all of our properties, $2 million plus, are going to be featured on the Forbes website, which is going to be really huge. And a great advantage of working at the firm that I'm at Hilton and Hyland. Would love to hear more about your earlier beginnings, trials, and tribulations. Absolutely, Anthony. So, like I said earlier, I started working in Rancho Cucamonga, selling houses in between $200,000 and $600,000, and I was pretty successful doing it. But it was right at the end of the hot market, right? It was 2006. I started in April of 2006, right out of college. And, I made some decent money, not a lot of money, but I made a good enough amount of money, to say, you know what, I want to do this for the rest of my life. So then I ended up moving to Los Angeles. I moved to downtown LA, and I became an assistant for a top producing agent that does luxury, because I really wanted to get into the luxury market. I knew that I did not want to, live in Rancho the rest of my life. I wanted to live in LA, just because I wanted a different lifestyle. I love Rancho and I still have family over there, but it wasn't what I wanted at the time, when I was 22 years old. So I actually ended up moving here when I was 25. So I became an assistant for somebody, even though I already had 3 years of experience under my belt. I became an assistant at the firm that I wanted to work at, because Hilton and Hyland is considered one of the best luxury firms in the world. We sell some of the most expensive property in the world. So I really wanted to be at that brokerage. Luckily, I was able to find somebody that was looking for an assistant, and I just became his assistant for, I would say, 2 years. And then after that, it became a hybrid role where I kind of helped him. I had my own deals as well. And that continued for 8 years. And I was, not in a slump, but I was just making good money, and I was kind of coasting. I was cruising. I never really tested myself. I never did anything that was really difficult. I didn't have a business plan. I just kind of was, selling properties from referrals, from open houses, and I closed a couple of big deals, and I was happy. That all changed at the beginning of last year, when I said I really want to take it to the next level. I really want to be on my own, and I really want to make some good money. How do you recommend breaking into the luxury market without being someone's assistant? I will tell you right now, Sasha. So last year I made a decision. You know what? I want to go on my own. I want to build my own team. I want to, create my own business. I want to create a lifestyle that I want, right? Because, I love to travel, and I was still doing that, but I really want to do it in a way where I'm just like, staying at 5-star hotels and all that stuff, right? Like I want to ball out, basically. And I didn't have, that kind of money. I'd go travel and stuff, but I was, it was on the cheap, and so what I decided, and that wasn't the only thing. It wasn't only about travel. It's about just a lifestyle in general. I want to buy a beautiful home. I want to be able to, I have a boat. I want to buy a sailboat, right? I want to travel the world. I want to have savings. I want to buy more investment properties. So I decided that I wanted to get a business coach. So I got a business coach last year with Tom Ferry, and that's been really, really good for me. I've been with them for a year and a half. Last year, at the end of last year, I created my first business plan. This year, at the end of this year, I'm $30,000 short of my goal, which was a goal of $750,000 gross commission income, which is more than double than what I've ever done. So I'm really proud of myself, that I was able to get to that point. And I'm really close to getting to my goal, but one of my deals is going to close on the 5th of January. So whatever, it'll be income for the next goal for next year. But next year I have some huge goals. I have my goal is to break the 7-figure GCI. So I want to get over $1 million in gross commission income. So I'm not sure if that covered your answer, Anthony, about trials and tribulations. Sasha, so Sasha, in regards to breaking to the luxury market, you really want to know the market, right? You want to know who's buying, who's selling, who the agents are. So start doing your research, right? That's the first thing you want to do. If you don't live in the area, you should probably try to move to the area, right? So you really understand the school districts, everything about the area that you want to work in. I'm not sure if you're still in Rancho or where you live. Thank you. I appreciate it, Anthony. Thank you, Stefanova. I appreciate it. Hey, Hank, the crank. So again, you don't have to go my route, right, to get into the luxury market. You can start holding open houses for agents that have houses over $1 million, right? Reach out to those agents and say, hey, I want to hold your open houses. Obviously, right now because of COVID, we can't do that. We can't hold open houses. Or cold call. I cold call 2 hours a day from 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning, and I call homeowners, right? And I'm looking for sellers. I'm looking for leads. I call expireds, right? So you can start calling expireds in the high end areas, right? So if you want to call expireds, or if you want to do what's called circle dialing, which is what I said earlier, which is just call homeowners, just learn how to use scripts, right? So learn scripts first. That way, when you're on the phone, you have a higher chance of getting leads from that, right? So I spend about 2 hours a day calling people, and my average is I get an appointment every 2 days. So I get about 3 appointments a week because I call on Saturday mornings as well. And from those appointments, I usually get one listing or maybe one listing every 2 weeks, right? So around 20 to 24 listings per year. That's my goal. I'm still working on my scripts, and I'm still working on all that stuff. So that's another way. I think that's probably the best way, Sasha, to get into the luxury market, is to start cold calling expireds of properties that have been already on the market, right? And if you think you can't sell them, or you have some kind of hesitation, that's all in your head, right? You know how to sell properties. It's you take really nice photos, you price it right, and you put it on the market, right? That's what you do, right? Yes, you could do a video and drone shots and all that stuff, but everybody knows that, right? If you can price a property well, and if you take really good photos of the property, that is literally 90% of what you do as an agent. Obviously, taking good photos, there's a strategy to that, right? You don't want to get a crappy photographer. You want to get a good photographer. You also want to be able to stage the house the way it looks in its best light. So not saying staging with furniture, but before I do a photo shoot, I'm always at the property with my assistant Maggie, and I'm changing things around, right? I am adding some nice pillows. I'm moving things around. I make sure everything looks really, really perfect. That way, when the photos come out, there's no cables behind the table. There's no TV cables coming down the walls. I want to make sure that my photos look sharp, right? So that's really, really important. So that's an easy way to get into the luxury market. Sasha, hopefully I answered your question. All right, guys, I think I am done. It is Thursday around 5:30. I'm going to be here every Thursday. Next week, I am taking my sailing license, so I probably will be doing this on Wednesday or maybe Tuesday, or I'll figure out a time to do it. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can send me a message directly on Instagram. You can find my cell phone and call me. You can send me a text. You can email me, Paul at Hilton and Hyland. If you guys want a template of my business plan, I will be happy to email it to you. I'll send you a blank template of my business plan. And if you guys need help with it, I'm more than happy to help out too. I'm here to help out in any way I can. All right, guys, have a good one. Happy Thursday. Enjoy your evening. Have a great weekend. And hopefully you guys are getting excited about the holidays because I am. Cheers. Have a good one.